The SEC slate tips off on Thursday at 8 o'clock on ESPN2 as the Cats head to the Pavilion at Ole Miss. Now let's take a look at Andy Kennedy and his Rebels, brought to you in part by HKC Roofing.
Back for his 11th season on the sideline, Kennedy is the winningest coach in Ole Miss history with a mark of 221 and 128. Quietly, the Louisville, Mississippi native has transformed the Rebels from a team into a program, winning 20 or more games in 8 of his 10 seasons, including 2 NCAA appearances. And while this season's team may lack the firepower from the Stephon Moody and Marshall Henderson eras, many believe that this group is more complete. The Rebels' non-conference mark has been laden with narrow wins as they're 5-1 in games decided by 7 points or less. Their best win was against Tubby Smith and Memphis, with losses to number 9 and unblemished Creighton, 1 loss Virginia Tech, and a home head-scratcher to Middle Tennessee. Ole Miss is 9-3 entering Thursday's SEC opener, and their offensive efficiency has been lacking due to a conference-leading 15 turnovers a game and a mediocre shooting 41% as a team. In his first season on campus, guard DeAndre Burnett is 3rd in the SEC in scoring. The Miami, Florida transfer leads the Rebels at 19 a game, including a 41-point explosion against Oral Roberts. He's launched 42 more shots than the next Rebel, making only 35% from the floor, but is a very effective free throw shooter at 92%. Sebastian Saiz is the undisputed leader of these Rebels and is one of the better bigs in the SEC. The 6'9 senior has started 81 career games and has gotten better each year, averaging 15 and a conference-leading 12 caroms in his final go-around. The Spaniard added the 3 to his arsenal in the offseason, and don't be surprised if he uncorks a couple from beyond the arc on Thursday. 6'4 guard Terrence Davis's improvement has been inspiring. A seldom-used reserve a season ago, the sophomore is 3rd in scoring and 2nd in rebounding at 13 and 6 respectively. Davis is an exceptional athlete and was one of Mississippi's best players in high school. Guard Cullen Neal arrived in Oxford via Albuquerque, where playing for his dad wasn't for him, as Craig is the head coach at New Mexico. Accolades followed the junior as he was a former top 100 recruit out of high school and scored over 20 with regularity in his 2 injury-plagued seasons at UNM. With Ole Miss, Neal is good for 12 a game and is their best three-point shooter at 43%. 3 other players figure into the rotation, 2 of which have been part-time starters throughout their careers. Senior Rasheed Brooks averages 9, and junior Marcanvis Hyman chips in 4 and 4. Meanwhile, Lithuanian Justis Fromanovich is also in the mix and is good for 5 points and 5 rebounds, but is an adventurous 41% on free throws. A few fast facts. 9 different Rebels have started a game this season. Kennedy is the longest tenured SEC head coach in either men's basketball or football, as he was hired less than a year before Nick Saban at Alabama, and Kentucky leads the overall series 104-13. Famous alums Michael Orr, Fox News host Shepard Smith, and Charlie's Angels alum Kate Jackson.
The Cats have won 7 consecutive in this series, but this will be the first at the brand new Pavilion at Ole Miss. That's today's opposition research, brought to you by HKC Roofing. For the Leach Report, I'm Chris LaBar.